Hey folks, it's me again, your Canadian Info Warrior, back for another round, another kick at the can, another week at the cam. Yeah, so what's going on in your lives? You guys never tell me anything. I want to see something in the comments down below because you guys never tell me nothing. And I need to know because it's important and stuff. Yeah. So what's going on in my life? I guess I have to make it all about me because you guys aren't talking. So don't blame me for making it all about me. It's your fault, really, because you're not telling me nothing, so I have to make it all about me. So, all about me, what's going on? Well, have any of you noticed grocery prices are up a little bit? I remember about as recent as about 5 years ago, let's say, I was spending about $40 a week on groceries for myself, single guy, no kids, no dependents, about $40 a week. Now I'm spending like $120 a week and I'm buying the same food. But whose fault is that? Everybody wants to blame Trudeau. And while I admit that's fun because he's a whiny little drama teacher bitch, but they say it's not true. They say that corporate grocery store profits are up like, I don't know what the number was, but a big number. They're up big time. I don't know what percentage it is, but so is it just the grocery stores being greedy? Is that it? I don't know. I don't know. What I do know is it's getting kind of hard to eat. It's getting kind of hard to afford to eat. Even gas isn't as bad as groceries. Fuel prices have gone up quite a bit in the last 3 to 5 years as well. And they say that that's mostly because of the carbon tax. I suppose it probably is because I don't hear about the gas companies posting record profits. I hear about the grocery companies posting record profits, but not the gas companies. My buddy Christ is keeping an eye on my roll of duct tape. No, move the finger the other way, Destry. There you go. Roll of duct tape. My buddy Christ is keeping an eye on it for me because I couldn't find it the other day. And then when I found it, it was somewhere that I had looked 20 times. I just obviously didn't look well enough. So my buddy Christ is keeping it safe for me now. So I'll always know where it is because my buddy's got my back. Do you own a car? Do you own a newer car? Are you finding that not only is gas expensive, but insurance is terribly expensive, repairs are terribly expensive? They always were if you had a newer car, right? But now everything seems to be going up because of that carbon tax. Because they say it's the cost of getting the parts to the dealerships or to the stores, or I don't know if you do your own work or what, if you let the dealership do it. Personally, with me, it depends on what the work is. I'll do an oil change myself. I'll do a brake job on my own. But most things in the engine I'll leave to the dealership or a trusted mechanic. Usually it's a trusted mechanic because they're a little cheaper than the dealership. But give me a little feedback on that there too. Because I don't know what else to talk about when you guys don't give me anything to talk about. That's the point of the comments section. You're supposed to call me a dickhead in there, and I'm supposed to respond and say, I know you are, but what am I? And then I can do that for a whole 15-minute video. And then you come back and do it some more. But I guess that's not the way it's working today. Because today I have to come up with my own topics here, and I got nothing for you, you know. Prices, food prices are up, and, you know, they say the grocery stores are to blame for that, and the cost of everything with my truck is up and up and up. But I was starting to say, you know, even gas isn't as bad yet as grocery prices, right? Because gas, well, around here, it's about $1.65 a liter. Do your own conversion for American. There's, I think it's 3.8 liters to a gallon, but I mean, Google the conversion. It's not that hard to do. And our prices are obviously much higher than in the States. We're not paying. We're paying more. We are paying. We're paying more than $6 a gallon up here when you do the conversion from liters to gallons, because we're paying about $1.65 a liter, and I just generally round it up to 4 liters to a gallon, and so you just multiply the price by 4, $1.65 by 4. That's more than $6 a gallon. That's by 2 is $3.30, so $6.60 a gallon. That's what we're paying up here in Canuckistan. But even at that price, the price of gas hasn't gone up as dramatically and as quickly as the price of groceries. That's what I was trying to get at there. Groceries seem to have gone up much more quickly and dramatically than gas. Gas is still at a semi-manageable price. I go to the nearest reservation, which is like right outside of town for me. It's a 10-minute drive from home. And right now I'm paying about $1.30 a liter. So that's a decent savings. And I have a new enough truck that it makes the trip worthwhile, you know. If I had something old and beat up that was barely getting 10 miles to the gallon, I wouldn't bother. I would just find somewhere in town here that has some sort of points deal or something like that I get a little bit back. But my truck is a 2022 model, so it's a V6, so it's really good on gas. So I go out there and get it, and a tank would last me a month. I usually go out every 2 weeks and get gas. So I'm usually down to about a half a tank every time I go out and get gas. So that's not bad. But, you know, I'm thinking I might have to start doing my own grocery shopping again. Because groceries are so bloody expensive, I don't know if I can afford to keep using the delivery service. I got my groceries delivered on Friday. And then Friday evening, which is yesterday at the time that I'm recording this, but I'm not sure when this is going to go live. I think it will go live tonight. So yesterday, I got my groceries delivered yesterday morning. And then yesterday evening, I sat down and started making up my list for next week. And already it's at $110. And that's just my basic weekly needs, you know. Like there's some foods that will last a month, so I only have to buy them once a month. There's some foods that I only buy once every 2 weeks. And there's certain things like, you know, especially your perishables like milk and stuff like that I'm buying every week. And I drink a lot of milk. Yeah, I drink a lot of milk. For a single guy, I go through 2 gallons a week of milk. That's a lot of milk. And I know some people would say I should get off the dairy that has a lot of inflammation and all that shit, but I'm telling you right now, if I have to give up dairy to get rid of the inflammation or to get rid of the back pain or to lose weight, I'll stick with how things are because I like my milk too much. And you know, it is good for you. Some people say it isn't. Some people say, well, we're the only animal on the planet that drinks another animal's milk. Well, that's true. I suppose that's a good point. But I don't care. We're also the only animal on the planet that cooks other animals. Every animal, well, not every animal, but you know, a lot of animals on the planet eat other animals. But we're the only ones that cook them. Is that supposed to be a bad thing? I don't know. I'm a member of PETA, People Eating Tasty Animals. Yeah, so here we are. Another week gone by. Another one in the can. I've got 8 weeks to go until my next week of holidays. So that'll be nice. I'm looking forward to that. And hopefully next week I'm going to have decent enough weather. Like this weekend, it rained all weekend, so I couldn't do any yard work or anything like that. But hopefully next weekend I'll be able to do some. I've got some brush that needs to be burned. And some other stuff that needs to be cleaned up. And I can't do any of that when it's raining. Plus, my manual laborer is indisposed this weekend. He's got family in town from out of town. So I can't call on him, so there's a lot of stuff I just can't do because a lot of it is 2-man jobs. Not the burning, obviously, but a lot of the cleanup is a 2-man job. I'm not going to point any fingers on the cleanup, but somebody else around here had a really bad habit of letting the cardboard build up in the back porch rather than flattening it and stacking it so that I could tie it up and take it out with the recycling every week or every second week. So I've got a lot of boxes that can be burned. We had to sort through them a couple of weeks ago to make sure there's no styrofoam in them or plastics because we don't want to be burning that. But going to burn that cardboard. I was going to do it this weekend and can't burn anything when it's raining, so I guess we'll have to wait till next weekend. So that's about it. That's about all I've got going on. Oh, no, there is one more thing. I'm pretty sure I told you about my NAS, my network attached storage server. Yes, I know I told you about that in previous videos. It has been fully set up. I think last week I told you that I figured out the permissions problems and everything, and it's ready to go. Well, I've been doing a lot of downloading last weekend and this weekend, downloading old titles that I had on VHS. I think I told you this too, I found a box of VHS tapes in the basement. And so I started downloading all of those titles, and every now and then one title would remind me of something else to download. And well, wouldn't you know it, this week I now have 208 titles in my Plex server. And these are all movies that I would gladly watch again. Well, some of them are movies that I've never seen and want to watch them eventually. But most of them are movies that I have seen, but will gladly watch again. They're, that kind of title, like, I don't know, like Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, not not most of the Disney crap, but the original trilogy and the first prequel. I would watch all of those again. But nothing really that came after that really interests me, so I didn't like most of the stuff that has come since then. I never got into The Mandalorian because I don't have cable TV, and I'm not into Star Trek Picard because I don't have cable TV. I can't watch Star Trek Lower Decks, Discovery. I can't watch any of that because I don't have cable. I just use free apps on my Amazon Fire TV. But there's a lot of them that I can download, and I have to go into my server again. I've got to put another hard drive in it, and I have to add they call it a pool for TV shows, because right now I've only got a pool for movies. So I need to add a pool for TV shows, and you can only have one pool per hard drive. So I have to add a second hard drive in there, add another pool for TV shows, and then I can start downloading TV series that I like. I already have season 1 of Tulsa King. I'd like to get all of The Sopranos. I'd like to get all of Lucifer. And then I'd like to start on new series that I haven't seen yet and think I would like Star Trek Lower Decks. I think I would like that. Discovery, I think I would like that. And I love Jason Isaacs. So, yeah. So that's where we stand on the NAS. And I think on that note, I'm going to wrap it up for this week because we're getting a little long in the tooth here. So, yeah, with that, we'll call it quits. And hopefully I'll see you next week. I might see you in the truck next week because I got a cool vent clip. It's one that actually hooks into the vent rather than just clamping onto it. And so it holds the weight of the iPhone 14 much better than all the clamp type do. So yeah, I might see you from the truck next week, and I might go for a drive and just drive and chat with you. But like I say, leave some comments. Give me something to talk about. Give me some ideas. Ask me some questions. Ask me for my opinion on certain things. And hopefully we'll see some activity going that I can actually interact with you on. So that wraps it up for this week. And Lord willing, God's willing, Daffy Duck willing, I'll see you next week. Ciao for now.